Alright guys, all the platforms got the Shadows over Innistrad and Oath of the Gatewatch double expansion yesterday, and instead of making a video to show you some cool new deck that I've got brewed up, I've actually got to make a video about priority, because there's a pretty huge bug in the game with respect to priority. So basically what happens is if you don't have any sorcery speed effects in your hand, the game will automatically push through your main phases first or second. So in this instance here, I've got a sorcery in my hand, an instant, and I've got a Cold Stoker. And what a Cold Stoker does, this is how I first realized the bug when I was playing the campaign. It adds 3 red mana to your mana pool, and it costs 4 mana. So if we play it, it's going to add 3 red, and then we're going to have 4 red mana in total. Chandra's Outrage, we could, you know, in a proper priority system, we could cast Chandra's Outrage in our main phase. We shouldn't have to skip. You know, you might want to sacrifice a clue token. You might want to cast a card that's underneath Abbot of Kirill Keep. You might want to activate Evolutionary Leap. Like, there's a whole number of abilities that could be activated at instant speed that you potentially would want to use at sorcery speed because you want to do something before your combat phase starts or before the turn ends, depending on if you're in your first or second main phase. Now, Boulder Salvo has a surge cost, but the game's not going to see that. Even though it is a sorcery and I have 4 mana, it's just the 3 mana is going to be created, and then we're going to pass to combat, and I'm going to lose all of that mana. I'm not going to get to Surge Boulder Salvo, and I'm not going to get to cast Chandra's Outrage. So just let me show you what I mean here now. So let's just cast the Cold Stoker, and we can try and jam the X button here, wait for that ability to resolve, and then try to pause the timer. But there is no window. By the time I got the timer paused, all of that mana is gone. I lost it. So now that 3 mana that I could have used to cast Chandra's Outrage, because it's floating mana, I don't get to use it at instant speed. I lose it when the phase change happens. I don't get to Surge Boulder Salvo because the game doesn't see it. Only sees the 5 mana cost. It says, hey, he doesn't have enough mana to play that card, and so it just passes the phase. I lose the 3 mana, and I lose my whole, I lose my turn. This card is dead in hand. It took me a little while to set up a situation where I only had the right setup so I could show you exactly what the hell's going on with priority here. So it's a pretty big deal, and what I've done, I've had to do, is postpone the upcoming Hakumite tournament because we can't play a competitive environment where priority is fucked up like this. We just can't do it. I mean, there's so many cards and so many interactions that are just broken by this lack of proper priority of the auto skipping of the main phases. It's really bad if you want to play the game properly. So the reason I've called this video Petition for Priority is because I want you guys. I don't want you to get all sweary or cursy or mean or anything. But anyone who sees this video, I want you to try and get on the Magic Duels Twitter. Get on the Magic Duels Facebook. I'm going to do the same. Obviously, I'll link to both of those in the video description so you can find your way over there. Just let them know that this is a really, really big issue, and the game is essentially unplayable. I mean, you can play it, but a lot of the cards and interactions that you want to be able to use, and the game of Magic, this alters the very rules of Magic, so it's not Magic anymore. I mean, there's something lost. Priority is it's part of the game rules. This isn't a bug that affects a card. This affects the entire game rules. So it affects every card. It affects every deck. It affects every player. It's a big deal. So I will say that until this gets fixed, or there's some inkling of it getting fixed, I'm not going to be recording any content for the channel. I will still be playtesting some decks, and just trying to brew and get a sense of if the decks would be any good if I had priority, even though I'm going to lose some games because of it. And my opponents are going to lose some games because of it too. But I'm not going to be recording any content. But when I'm sitting down doing some playtesting, I will fire up Twitch just so we can hang out and all that sort of stuff. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, I will be doing that. But until the priority issue gets fixed, I'm not putting out any videos. I'm just going to be basically brewing some decks so that when the priority does get fixed, I'll be able to play them. But yeah, if you could head on over to the Wizards Facebook or Twitter and the Magic sites and let them know that this is something that we can't play the game like this. That we really can't. Anyways, guys, just wanted to let you know what's up, and hopefully this gets fixed. It gets fixed soon because it's a big deal. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And let's start the petition for priority.